Hey everybody, welcome to Markis TV, and today, happy Canada Day, and it's finally July. Well, it's not technically July, but it is June. Well, still June to this point, because the reason why I'm doing it early is because, Canada Day is on Tuesday, and I decided, upload it on June 27th, I think that's when the episodes will be uploaded. Well, it's more of a slide than a freaking typical episode. But yeah, we're going to be showing you what Canada is all about by doing slideshows. I was going to do a Google slide of that, but unfortunately my computer is so damn slow that I couldn't do a presentation or anything like that. Not that I'm lazy or anything, it's just that, I don't know, the computer's just slow, okay? But yeah, it's a brand new computer. I bought it since almost a year ago. I think it's now 11 months since we bought that computer now. So yeah, we bought it around July 2024, so it's been 11 months since we had that computer. I don't know, I don't know why it's slow, man. It's brand new, but whatever. That's a topic for another day. So yeah, we're going to be discussing about Canada's and what it's about and what food they serve and stuff like that. So yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get on to it. See you there at the green screen. Yeah, see, dashed all the way back here. And yeah, welcome to the Canadian presentation slideshow, where I'm doing a slideshow on KineMaster instead of Google Slides. I would love to do Google Slides with you guys, but I don't know, my computer is slow, but like I said, yeah. Anyway, so we're just gonna do it here on KineMaster because it's a lot easier and faster. So yeah, this is our Canadian flag. It's where that, Canada has a maple leaf in the middle and two red lines on both sides, and a white's in the middle. Sorry, I got started. So yeah, Canada is a country that is in North America, on top of the US, literally on top, you see the continents between each other. The USA at the bottom, Canada on the top. I'm not saying US sucks, no. US is a great country too, but I love Americans, okay? Don't mind what I said past 3 years ago. That's when Peach was acting all up in nonsense, saying that, America's better. Shut up. USA and Canada, they're both great countries, okay? Equally. I've been to USA before, so I know what it's like to be in USA. I only go to USA because of Disneyland with Franny. That was back in 2022. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, my voice. Hold up, let me drink some water. Sorry, I'm just trying to clear my voice. Okay, I think I'm good. Anyway, so, Canada is, full of nice people. Canadians are portrayed as nice people. Well, not always nice. Okay, Canadians are not always nice. Sometimes they're, they can be naive and rude, and that's just the world we live in. But yeah, but in reality, yeah, you expect Canadians to be nice and say, "Oh, sorry," and "Hey," and stuff like that. As you see, one episode from SpongeBob. In a Plankton episode? No, not Plankton episode. One SpongeBob episode is where Plankton says, is it too late for sorry? Ha! Oh, I laughed so hard. Play that clip real quick.
Is it too late for sorry?
Ah, yeah, that's a good clip. Oh, yeah, that's a very funny clip. I enjoyed that clip, huh? Pretty funny. But yeah, there's a lot of Canadians in that episode of the Canadian Fishes who play hockey. It's also, I think, one episode they appear is called Crabs Out of Monday, something like that. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Canada is about the economy and, gathering together and try to create a nice environment to live in. But in reality, things are just getting tough with the tariffs. The USA has tariffs too. And inflation here in Canada stinks. It's so horrible. Like everything's going up, prices are going up, everything. It's just terrible, man, terrible, I say. I don't even like it. Many people are suffering. They can't even pay rent. They can't even pay the bills. They're too broke. They don't get paid enough. Some people got laid off from their job and they're now living in homeless streets. Man, I feel so bad, bro. I feel so damn bad. But yeah, I wish nothing but for the best of them to regain their strength into finding their homes again and their jobs. So yeah, Canada is, a pretty decent country as of now. But yeah, let's move on to the next slideshow. Ah yes, Canadian foods. Who doesn't love Canadian foods? I do. I love Canadian foods. My voice. Anyway, yeah, Canadian foods, yeah. They're pretty delicious. They have their own cultural phenomenon and stuff like that. Here, we're gonna start off with the poutine because it's the most iconic Canadian food here. Poutines are so delicious. The gravy, the cheese curds so creamy and all. Oh man, you cannot go wrong with this delicate, delicious poutine. I will devour these any day. They are so delicious. The fries, the gravy, and the cheese curds. They serve it all around Canada. I think A&W has it. McDonald's have it. I think. I know Costco has it. Yeah, Costco has the best poutine. I love Costco's poutine here in Canada. And also, I think Harvey's might have one. Harvey's is also a Canadian restaurant, by the way. It's privately owned, so it's not in the US, it's not overseas, it's not anywhere. It's only in Canada. So it's privately held business, so yeah. It's only in Canada, guys. Harvey's, you guys don't know that restaurant, but I know it. But yeah. And also, Harvey's, they serve like smoothies. I've never tried Harvey's, so I don't know what they have. I know they have burgers, fries maybe, sodas and smoothies, yeah. A&W is also a Canadian-owned restaurant. And American has its own A&W. It's a different logo, but our logo is different in Canada. A&W Canada, it's also a Canadian-owned restaurant. It has variety sorts of burgers like Teen Burger, Buddy Burger, Grandpa Burger if you want a lot of calories. And also, yeah, they also have poutine too, but I don't know, maybe their poutine might not taste good. They probably taste like straight up cardboard. I don't know, that's just me probably. I don't know if you guys have that experience with the A&W's poutine. Also, Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is, my gosh, every time when I talk, all these things have to interrupt me. Anyways, Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is also an iconic restaurant of Canada. It's Canadian owned, yes, it's made here in Canada, originally. They serve ice caps, obviously. They have one of those frozen beverages like, orange tangerine. Oh, I love orange tangerine, it's my favorite. They have that, I think, dragon fruit smoothie, something like that. Or strawberry smoothie, something like that, yeah. Don't worry, I know the menu. They have, flatbread pizza. Oh man, I love flatbread pizza, they're the best. And they're a bit healthier than regular pizzas like Pizza Hut and Little Caesars. But yeah, Tim Hortons is not really a pizza-owned restaurant. It's more of a cafe restaurant. Like you drink coffee and stuff like that. Donuts. Oh, they have donuts. Yeah, I know. They have those cool-looking donuts. I tried their caramel Cadbury donut. I think it's called Cadbury. Oh, those ones are so creamy filling. I think they have some filling inside there. Yeah, Tim Hortons is one of the best restaurants. Yeah, it's a cafe restaurant, just like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, but there's no Dunkin' Donuts in Canada. Tim Hortons is the Canadian version of Dunkin' Donuts, so yeah, there you go. Tim Hortons have Timbits, which obviously they have different kinds of Timbits. They have a birthday cake Timbits, chocolate ones, frosted ones, stuff like that. I don't normally eat Timbits, but they're pretty good. Timbits are pretty good. But yeah, if you're a Canadian, you probably are familiar with Tim Hortons. If you're not Canadian, and if you're not familiar with Tim Hortons, please come to Canada and try out one of Tim Hortons' foods. Promise me, they're very good. So yeah, and don't judge me on how I talk, okay? You're gonna say, oh, you don't do that much research. How are we supposed to listen to you? Look, I have so many stuff. I have other stuff in my mind I have to worry about, okay? I have a family to take care of. I don't have time to do research, so you're gonna have to accept it and just move on. I hate it when people are just like, oh, but you don't do enough research. Oh, you don't have that much knowledge. Like, shut up. Sometimes I don't have time, okay? Like, leave me alone. Anyway, I think we're done talking about foods. Now to the next topic. Alright, now we're going to talk about animals of wildlife of Canada. So, I think we're going to start off with the moose. So yeah, moose is an animal from Canada somewhere. I think around Banff. No, I'm sorry, I'm not that good at knowing things. But yeah, all I know is that moose are here in Canada, and they're very well. I don't know. They might not be that friendly. Maybe some might be friendly. Maybe some might not. Excuse me for a second. Okay, back. So yeah, some mooses might be friendly. Some moose might not. They have those very big antlers on the top of their heads. They walk everywhere. I don't know much about moose, okay? Let's just move on to beavers. So yeah, beavers are like a wildlife too. They live in Canada. And beavers are literally like, they have those long teeth, those two front teeth, they have very long tooth. They can bite into wood. Just like squirrels and stuff like that. But I don't know why Toad wants to refer Sandy as a beaver, but she's a squirrel. Squirrels and beavers, what do they have in common? Well, they're both two different types of animals. Squirrels, they live in a tree. Beavers, they live in some kind of, I don't know, forest or in a wildlife. But yeah. So, for your information, Toad, Sandy's not a beaver. I get that you're trying to make fun of her. I get that you're trying to make fun of her, what's that word? Appearance or whatever. But still, she's a squirrel. A squirrel, okay? Sandy's a squirrel. A lion squirrel, if that's what they call in SpongeBob SquarePants. And also, she's not a beaver. Sandy's not a beaver, okay? She's a squirrel. Anyway, move that aside. So yeah, beavers are a wildlife in Canada, and they live in some woods. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. And yeah, speaking of beavers, there are beaver tails too, available in Canada. They have those different type of flavors. We'll save that for another presentation. Slideshow, so yeah. On to the next slideshow. I don't know much about animals. Canadian people. Yeah, well, you know Canadians. Like I said, they always like to be nice and caring and kind to one another. And yeah, they say A every time when you're like, oh, let's go to this place, A. What do you want to do, A? Like something like that. They say A in the end of the sentence. But yeah, Canadian people are very nice people. Well, not all Canadian people. But yeah, I too am a Canadian myself. But am I nice? Well, you can say that. I could be nice. But sometimes I can be harsh though. If people like, you know, for example, the perfecties who want to be disrespectful to me, I teach them a very hard lesson they'll never forget. But yeah, don't worry, I'm a pretty nice guy, don't worry. I'm a nice guy. So, yeah, I'm not gonna harm anyone. Unless they harm me. But yeah, unless they want to talk down on me, I harm these people. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, Canadians are nice. They just go out there, help one another. Well, maybe not. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know how I don't know how life outside is. But you see in Toronto, Ontario, you know, some people they're not that nice. I mean, when you go on the streets, it's kind of like New York, where everyone's like walking, like everywhere around New York City. That's the same thing for Toronto. Everyone's walking in Toronto. I'm glad I don't live in Toronto, because if I lived in Toronto, I would have been crowded by a lot of people that are walking. But yeah, I live here in Edmonton, Alberta. And yeah, Alberta is one of the, I guess you could say, the most countryside province in Canada. Kind of like Canada's version of Texas, let's just say. Yeah. But yeah, Alberta's a pretty good province. But I heard that they're gonna like separate Alberta from Canada. Like they're gonna sign some kind of petition or something like that. Because of Mark Carney, that Liberal Prime Minister of Canada. Oh jeez, don't get me started on that guy. You see lots of Liberals have voted for that guy, so it's not a surprise they won. I was hoping for him here to win, but guess not. Mark won. Damn you, Mark. That's my last name, Mark. But anyways, yeah, Mark Carney has, became a prime minister since 2 months ago, I think. Yeah, almost 2 months. Yeah. They're probably gonna divorce with Canada if it happens. But yeah, I'm not saying it should. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but we'll see. But I hope it does, so we can stay away from Canada. And those liberals piss me off. I'm tired of these liberals. But yeah. Anyway, you'll meet. Don't worry. When you come to Canada, you're gonna meet some nice people in Canada. Not all nice people, but some nice people in Canada. They're gonna give you. They're just gonna say hi. Oh, hi there. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, I'm good. And they're gonna be like, oh, after you. Oh, no. I insist. After you. Oh, no. I insist, man. You go first. Oh no, I would not go first. Yeah, something like that. Canadians are way too nice, man. Yeah, anyway, next topic. Next slide. Well, I guess we're just gonna move on to Canadian desserts. So yeah, so starting off with beaver tails. Remember how I talked about beaver in the previous slides ago? Yeah, now I'm talking about the treat itself, not the beaver, okay? The treat itself, the beaver tails. They have so many different varieties of flavors, like Oreo chocolate, not Oreo chocolate, Oreo creams and cookie, banana pudding, caramel, strawberry, every single flavor, peanut butter, you name it. Every single flavor they have beaver tails. It's a Canadian. It's Canadian, so I've never tried beaver tails before, but I'm hoping that they're very good and very tasty. So yeah. And also, there are other Canadian desserts. Well, I don't know that much Canadian desserts. All I know is that, yeah, it's just beaver tails. You know what? Oh, sorry, let's just move on to the next presentation. The last one, I promise you. Okay, the last presentation. What is Canada Day? Well, I'll tell you. Dominion Day, well, it says in French. I can't read French, but let me try. Les Jeux de la Confédération du Canada. Yeah, that's my best impression of French. Speaking French, but yeah. Anyway, Canada's birthday. Call it what you will. This is Canada Day, and these are the Canadians. July 1st, 1867 marks the anniversary of the Constitution Act, which considered 4 territories into the single nation of Canada. Upper Canada, Lower Canada, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick were unified, and present-day Canada came into formation. This became known as Dominion Day, and was officially renamed Canada Day in well, they spelled it wrong, not 1982. It's 1882. Hold on. Yeah, Canada became a country since 1867, which was centuries ago. Not 1982. They spelled it wrong probably in the script. Canada become a fully independent country on March 25th, 1867. Well, 1982. No, it's long before 1982, but whatever. But Dominion Day officially became Canada Day on October 27th. It's fair to say most citizens were already calling it that long before it became official. Anyway, annual celebrations on July 1st across the country compared to those of Americans on their 4th of July Independence Day. Canadians are a proud nation, and they patriotically come together to commemorate their independence and unity. The national capital, Ottawa, is the most famous for its Canada Day celebrations, where large concerts and cultural displays are held right in front of in front of the Parliament building. The Prime Minister and or members of the royal family usually attend, and the whole event is televised. Despite Canada's sovereign rule, Queen Elizabeth of England has regularly participated in the famous celebrations as a symbol of continued friendly relations between the two countries. It is usual for parades to float through cities. The maple leaf flags are flown high. Friends and families gather to eat, drink, and party. Fireworks light their skies, and the national flag's colors and generally worn by most people. Canadians are all over the world, regardless of their location, celebrate this special day. For example, in England, Canadians gather in Trafalgar Square outside Canada House. And in China, there are festivities in the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Shanghai. Powerful Canada renditions can be heard throughout the streets. Traditional foods eaten on this national day are poutine, pancakes, layer of thick with maple syrup, of course, bacon burgers, and butter tarts. Man, they do sound kind of good, butter tarts. But also pancakes. Oh, I'm hungry right now. The Nanaimo bar is also legendary around this time. The cracker biscuit crust, vanilla custard, and chocolate all piled high to bring on instant sugar comas. Yum yum. As for drinks, in British Columbia alone, 1.2 million liters of beer are consumed over the Canada Day weekend. And again, I have to pay for for the full trial to unlock the full subscription. So yeah, we're just gonna end the presentation there. So yeah, okay. Okay, the presentation is finally over. So yeah, I gave you all the information about what Canada is about and stuff like that. Sorry if the beginning was a rough start. I wasn't good at explaining things, but don't worry about that. I already fixed it with Transcriptor. It's an app on Google Play, an app store. You guys can search it up on Google Play or App Store if you're using iPhone. But yeah, you guys for watching Work Story TV. That's the Canadian presentation. And yeah, next week is, well, we're almost to July, so yeah, I mean, we might make a special episode next week, like a different kind of episode. Summertime is in mid-July, episode summertime is in mid-July, not the early July. I didn't say early July. I said around mid-July or maybe late July. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week. Have a great day. And yeah, and happy Canada Day. Woohoo! Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True north, strong and free. So yeah, happy Canada Day.